Hey guys, it's me, Kate again. So this video will be my TBR for Whateverthon or Whatever You Want-a-thon. Hey guys, it's me, Kate again. So this video will be my TBR for Whateverthon or Whatever You Want-a-thon, how its full title is. So I'm filming this about about 2 months after I filmed my June TBR, and by the time you're seeing this it will be probably about 3 months. So I'll link the announcement video and book browsing blog channel. Book browsing blog is the creator, and I'll also try and the announcement video you'll have all the information you have to have. So I'll just go through a prompt and what I'm reading for them. So for the prompt of borrow a book, I'll be finishing the audiobook of Horrid, which I started on script at this point months ago. It's like a horror fantasy. I don't remember. I'll have to restart it because it was literally months ago when I started it. So then we have a prompt to read a book with the, an, of, a, or and in the title. For that I'll be reading A Darker Shade of Magic by Lee Schwab, which is first book in a series in which we are following Cal, who is an Antari, which means he can travel to parallel worlds. In this case, parallel Londons. And there are 4 Londons: Grey London, which is our London without magic; White London, where people try to control magic; a Red London, where people worship magic; and Black London, which was destroyed by magic. And one day, Cal accidentally smuggles something from Black London, which leads him into a bunch of trouble. They're continuing to throw stuff on the floor. Then we have prompt to read a book under 300 pages. For that I'll be reading May Samba by Hiro Fujiwara. This is bind of volumes 3 and 4, and like together they are 370 pages, but volume 3 is together they're just over 300 pages, but there are 2 bonus stories, and I'll just count 1 volume, which is half. So, and in this one we're following Misaki, who is the class president in her school, and to pay for stuff for school she's working in a maid cafe, in which one day comes one of her classmates, and she's afraid he'll tell people at the school, and she's only one of a few girls who go to that former all-boys school. Then we have prompt to have a cozy reading time that I'll do sometime. I don't have a book for that. Then we have to read a recently hauled book. For that I'll be reading Aurora's End by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. In this one we're following Squid through 3 months 2, in which we are who is a band which is consistent of band of misfits. And that happened because their squad leader, Tyler Jones, who was a star pupil at their school actually was late to his graduation ceremony because he was saving a girl named Marwa, and instead of getting best of the best, he ends up with the bottom of the barrel, and then now it's up to them to save the galaxy. Oops, I'll need the book again. I'll also need this one again. Only that one I won't need. Then we have a blank cover on the cover, and because I did everything in red, I decided that I'll have to have red on the cover, and for that I'll be reading Dinner with Vampire rereading Dinner with Vampire by Abigail Gibbs. In this one we're following Violet Lee, who, after witnessing a massacre of about 30 men, is kidnapped by a group of boys who did that massacre, who end up being vampires. One of them being vampire heir to the throne, and one of the others being his younger brother, and the shenanigans ensue. Literally, this bunch is hilarious. Then we have to read a book that was in previous TBR. For that I'll be also I'll be rereading a book which I know was on I think at least 2 of my previous TBRs, and it is Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is the second book in a Lumina Files series in which we are following a group of kids and a few adults connected to the destruction of this space colony. In the first one, we are following 2 kids that were evacuated from the colony, and in this one, we are following 2 kids and 1 adult member. 2 kids officially, but and others on the space station that the characters from the first one were supposed to get to. And stuff doesn't go as planned. I'll need that one for later. I will. Why did I have to double up on so many prompts? Then is to prompt is to join a 48-hour readathon, which I will. You have all information in the announcement video and on Twitter. Then is a prompt to read a spooky book. For that I'll be rereading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And then is a prompt to read a book from favorite genre. For that I'll be reading Fall of the Argosy by Sebastian de Castell. In this one we are following, this is a second book in a spin-off prequel series of Spellsinger series, in which we are following Kellen, who is just about to take his major trial, but his magic starts failing. So he decides to cheat, and that way he meets Ferris Prefix, who we actually follow in this book, and it's all about how she became the woman we see her as in the Spellsinger series. This one I want later. Then is prompt to do a guilt-free activity, which I will do. Then we have a hybrid genre, so book which combines 2 or more genres. For that I'll be rereading Gargana's Secret by Alan Hawkes. This is historical fantasy, so it combines historical. This is historical romance, which combines historical fiction and romance. In this one we are following Gargana, who is disguised as a cabin boy named George on her father's ship, and the Lieutenant Dominic Payton, who saves her from being bullied while she thinks she's a boy. And now and it's a romance, and yeah, I won't read this one anymore. You don't want to see my floor. And that's not even all books on it. So then is free space, and then is to read a book in a different format. For that I'll be using Maid-sama by Hiro Fujiwara, volumes 3 and 4. This is a manga, but all the rest of the books that I'm planning to read are novels. Yeah. I knocked my tripod by throwing that book. Then is to read a book with one word title, and for that I'll be doubling up and reading Gemina by Anne Kaufman and J. Christoph. Or, as I said, I'll leave the announcement video down below so you can see all the information. And then is to read a host's favorite, and for that I'll be reading Black Hawks on Script. I don't even know what that's about, but it's on a list of Jade's favorite, who is one of the co-hosts, and apparently it's really good. Then it is prompt to join sprints, which I probably will. Then it's prompt to continue a series. You know what? I should probably continue my reread of 12 Glass series, and for that I'll be rereading Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. Last time it took me half a year to finish this. Hopefully this time I'll do it in a month. So in this series we're following Selena Serdotian, who has been this ruthless assassin who before the events of the first one was caught, and now at the beginning of first one she is slaving away in the salt mines. When the captain of the King's Guard comes and takes her to the crown prince, who offers her freedom in exchange for her to be his champion in the competition to become King's assassin. Then is want to have the last letter of the last book you read be the first letter of your current reading, and for that I'll be reading Aurora's End, which I'm planning to read right after Gemina. Gemina ends with A, Aurora's End starts with A. And in June I'll be out of school, so I know that I won't have a bunch of ebooks in between. Then we have to read a book with purple cover, which actually gets us in a bit of problem because only book... Actually, no. Yes, I cannot. I don't need these two. What? Thank God for my reread of Spellslinger, because instead of counting two separate books, now I can count one, because the book that I planned to read was second in the series, which means that I would need to reread the first one to read the second one. But on my reread of Spellslinger series, I'm just in time to read Queenslayer by Sebastian de Castell. I already told you what Spellslinger series was about, but look, this book is purple! And this was probably a bad decision because I can, my brain will hurt. I know that already, because if I This happened last year when I read two Spellslinger books. Literally, I think in a space, it was a week or two in between two of them. My brain hurt because these books are so funny. But I need something fun. I'll have my matura exams and I'll be going crazy through entire month. So, where is what? Where are stuff? We'll be crossing off this. But I didn't make myself happy. The Queenslayer is probably longer than those two books are together, so but at least I don't have to figure out what I'll count that one for. Then we have a prompt to do a poll. For that I'll probably do a poll of what to read next. Literally. Then we have to read a book in your less read genre. And because I'm running out of sci-fi and I'm not really sure what the one is, it's probably jammed in somewhere. I'll be using contemporary because I'll need something light and quick, and believe me, with all of the fantasies on this TBR and thick books, I'll be needing something short and sweet. Yes, I could do Midsummer for this, but look, we have Golden Boys by Phil Stamper, which is about four best friends who are all queer, and this is the summer they will be apart and spending the time in following their dreams. This also comes really quick, and there are some bonus prompts which are in this readathon. And this one, unlike Midsummer, will complete multiple of them. And I can use always, and you can always, when you count, there is a spreadsheet, you count your books, and you can count one book for up to 3 challenges, and this will take up at least 2 of them. And I'll figure out what the third will be. Then is prompt to read the book with weapon on the cover. Luckily, Aerofire has bow and arrow on the cover. And then the next and actually last reading prompt is 2021 release, for which I'll be reading Dark Rise by C.S. Packet. Even though in this one, even though I could use, I think, Follow the Argosy for this prompt also. As I said, you always can count up to 3 prompts for one book. This one actually takes quite few, I think, extra challenges also. So I'll just tell you what it says on the back, and then I'll read the synopsis. The back says, "The darker rise, who will fall, who will stand," and the synopsis is, "The dark is coming. The ancient world of magic is no more. Its heroes are dead, its halls are in ruin, and its great battles between light and dark are forgotten. Only stewards remember, and they keep their centuries-long vigil sworn to protect the humanity if the Dark King ever returns. 16-year-old dog boy Will is on the run, pursued by men who killed his mother when an old servant tells him of his destiny to find besides the stewards. Will is ushered into a world of magic where he must train to play a vital role in an oncoming war against dark. As London is threatened by the Dark King's return, the reborn heroes and villains of all forgotten war begin to draw battle lines. But as the young descendants of the light and dark step into their destined roles, all the allegiances, all enmities, and all flames are awakened. Will must stand with the lost heroes of light to prevent the dark fate that destroyed their world from returning to destiny to destroy his own. And it's a very nice black under the dust jacket. I like black. I like black. Sorry, my love of movies and TV shows is coming through when I speak. What I am. A Akari. Yeah. And I also have Beach Bond always. I'm sorry I'm calling it upside down to in case which is on my actually tuned TBR in case I don't get to any of those. Yeah. You don't want to know where that one. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's actually shorter than I thought it would be. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe. Down below with my social media, my email and some other stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.